everyone. So I'm really far away from the camera this week, but there's a reason, I promise. Usually I show you my bookshelf over here that is full of so much shit because I haven't figured out how to decorate it or situate it, and I just haven't felt the energy to do that. And I usually show you my closet, which I moved in like over 2 months ago, and I still have yet to freaking organize this damn closet. And every time I walk in to get clothes, I'm like, oh, I hate that this is disorganized. I really need to fix this. And then I don't do it. And it's just a vicious cycle now. So I usually show you that as my background. However, I feel like this side of my room is just like a better vibe overall because like it has some decoration. I love my bed. Like I like that I can actually lean back and not have to like sit up straight too. And I can kind of just chill and talk. And I don't know, it just looks better in my humble opinion. You can't see my, like, I have a tapestry of a map of the world. So you can't see that. It'd be nice if you could see that too, but it's fine. This is good for now. But this whole kind of like vibe of this side of my room also like kind of ties into what I want to talk about today, which is a realization that I just had. So I'm probably going to talk in circles, and I apologize for that because this is just freshly coming out of my mind after I realized it. And I'm actually going to be showcasing kind of a different side of me that I really do not let a lot of people see. And I think it's because it makes me insecure. And I'll explain why. So I was going for a walk outside, and it's also a little chilly out. Just gonna say that. I was wearing a sweater and track pants, and like I was actually chilly. I love fall and I love walking in the cold. Like I walked all winter outside all the time, and I love skating too, like in the cold. So I'm excited. I wasn't prepared for it though, so I was a little chilly. My nose was cold and my fingers were cold for most of the walk, but it's fine. Anyway, so I was walking and I ended up, there is a tiny little forest. It's very small, supremely small. If you stand in the middle of it, that's probably the only place that you cannot see civilization somewhere on one of the sides, whether that's a baseball diamond, a soccer field, the road, or some houses. You're so close to everything. Anyway, so I was in the center of this forest, and the wind was kind of blowing, and everything was just kind of like green, and it's actually kind of sad in the forest because a lot of the trees like are chopped down or broken down from that huge storm. But it was still really peaceful, and I was just listening to music and walking, and there was no one else in the forest, and I couldn't see anyone, and I just like wanted to enjoy that moment, and a song came on, and it's Once Upon a December, I think is what it's called, and it's from Anastasia, which I just saw at the NAC, and it was so good. And so this song sounded so familiar, and I was like, how do I know this song? It's like a beautiful, like a balletic kind of classical piano piece. And I was like, oh, it sounds so familiar. And I had to look at my phone, and it said it was from Anastasia. And I was like, oh yeah, like if you don't know anything about Anastasia, like the token was like of the whole musical was this music box that played this song. So it came on, and it was just, I don't know, it made me really just want to dance. And it made me want to dance in a way that I never really danced, which is a bit more on the softer kind of like balletic contemporary. Like usually my contemporary is very like almost like hip hop-ish contemp, and it's very predictable. But this time I don't know, I felt softer and like more like classical. And any dancer that knows me knows that I hated ballet. But I don't know, it felt right. And so I took like a video of me doing it, which also is something I hate doing in public. I hate dancing in public, which sounds stupid considering I was a dancer and I was a Red Blacks cheerleader. But what I mean by that is not that like with a group, it's fine. Or when you're supposed to be dancing, it's fine. It's the fact that I am in public. Anyone could walk by and they would think, what are you doing? Like, people would think I was strange if they walked past and I was doing that. So I hate doing that. I could never. I don't know how TikTok people do it. Dance in public? I could never. Nope. I would be so embarrassed. So I got so lucky because I took multiple takes of this dance video because I just like couldn't connect with the way that I was moving, and that was when I got softer into like the ballet side. But it's so help me Jesus, if someone had walked by while this was happening, I would have like cried on the spot. I'd be like, oh my god, that's so embarrassing. Luckily that didn't happen. And then I decided afterwards, I sat on a stump and just listened to music in this forest by myself with no one around. So much, also I got up and there was so much sap on my butt of my pants, and the walk home was embarrassing because I'm like, oh my god, I really hope people can't see how much sap is on my pants right now. That's beside the point, but that happened. And so I'm sitting on this stump, and then a couple walks by with a dog. And I'm like, they probably think I'm so strange, just sitting here. But I was like, I digress, it's fine. I sat there, got a little anxious, but it was fine. Then they carried on their way, they didn't say anything. And I just like got back into my like music and was like just enjoying the moment. And then I got too cold, so I went home. But I got home and I also like told my brother and my girlfriend, or not my girlfriend, sorry, my brother and his girlfriend about it. And I was like, they're gonna think I'm so strange too. Like, I know for a fact my brother's gonna think I'm so strange because he does not understand like this side. He was like, that sounds like, literally his response was, that sounds like something I would not do. I'm aware. I enjoyed it. That's what matters. And it just made me realize that whole experience was that I love nature, for one, that's very obvious. And I love dancing and I love music. Those are things that I love. But I love being alone with it, or I love being around people who make me feel safe. And that connects to like this vibe that I'm in right now, because this is a part of me, and so is that I don't like to share with the world because I'm terrified that people are gonna think that this is embarrassing. Like the fact that I just want to dance to the music that matches the mood would be embarrassing. Or that I want to sit in nature and just enjoy it and take it in would be embarrassing. Like, I'm so afraid that the society that I am in will find that weird. And then it hit me. When I lost dance, I lost the world that let me be that version of myself without feeling like it was embarrassing, or without being afraid that I was going to get judged as much. Like, sure, someone still may judge me, but dance like was a world where like this was just kind of, it's just kind of a vibe. That's it. And when I was dancing, like from January to April, when I was sitting in my like room with my like lights, my special lights, and being darker, like I hate fluorescent lighting, I don't like when it's bright, I like when it's darker, with my diffuser, like I love eucalyptus and I love like peppermint, like together diffusing in my room. I love to go on a million walks and like be in nature and get outside. I was doing all of these things and I felt so safe and happy and content with that, because that's just kind of like what made me feel alive. And I don't know, like I never felt judged, I guess, in dance so much for doing that, like wearing baggy clothes, like all of these things that I did before. I feel like dance gave me this space to feel safe to be that version of myself. Whereas when I lost that, I was terrified that society, without like non-dancers, were not going to think that this was cool. We're not going to like accept this as not being weird. And I was terrified to upset society. But there are a lot of close friends that I have that do know that this side of me exists and have seen this side of me. Even like showing a new person that I'm like this is terrifying. I don't know, because, well, yes, I like to play sports. Yes, I like to like go out and have a good time. Yes, I like to go to music festivals. Like, yes, I like to go to parties or whatever. While I do like to do all of those things, that I have no issue showing to the world. This, for some reason, I do. Showing my more creative side, my artistic side, is not as easy for me. And that side of me is huge. Like, I dance, I love music, I love media, like I love movies, I love reading books, I love writing, I love drawing, painting, like I love art as well. And I love being in nature, and I love like animals, and I just love kind of peaceful things as well. And that is the side of me that I'm terrified to show society. But why? Who cares if people don't like me because I'm like this? Is it weird? To people, yeah, it's gonna be weird. But everyone's weird to someone, right? We can't, like, there's no such thing as normal, you know? And I can't keep being afraid that so many people aren't gonna like all the different sides of me. Because who cares? And I also realized more recently, people are gonna like you for you, regardless of what you're interested in. Like, some energies just click and like it makes sense, you know, and some don't, and that's fine. But like, if I like you, I don't care if you play sports, I don't care if you sing, I don't care if you, I don't know, what else, drag race, like cars, not like the men that dress up and dance and everything. But I don't care what anyone does. Like, if I like you as a person, then I like you no matter what. So I need to realize that people are going to like me no matter what I'm interested in too. And this is me showing you that side. So this is terrifying to post as well, just saying, because as I just elaborately went through, I am scared to show people this side. And now that it's going to be open to the public, there's no going back. I mean, that means that my 30 viewers, and that could be same people on different devices, who knows, or different accounts. I have no idea who watches these, to be perfectly honest, and I'm okay with that. But the fact that I'm posting it means that it is available information for anyone to see. And that's kind of scary, because I'm basically allowing myself to be the part of me that I'm terrified to show right now on camera. So there's that. But that's all I really wanted to say. And I'm also really excited because I couldn't eat while doing this video. But this also, I feel like, matches my energy right now. So I meal prepped this week, and I meal prepped quinoa salad, and I love quinoa salad. And I feel like after like my nature walk and listening to like softer music and all of that, and like coming into my like little cocoon here, I feel like quinoa salad just really matches that. Also, this is so good. So I'm telling you what's in it. I cut up cucumbers, red onions, green apples. Then I put dried cranberries, and then quinoa and chicken into this. And it's so fresh. Oh, and then I made like a apple cider vinaigrette as well, to dress it with. And I feel like it's so fresh and it's so good, and I could literally eat it probably every day. Like, I meal prep this one a lot because, one, it's easy. Two, it's like so fresh and like healthy and light. It's cheap to make, and I don't know, I just don't get tired of it. So that's my recommendation if you like quinoa salad. Got some fruits and veggies and chicken. 10 out of 10.